So remember this whole thing started, along with just about every other case I'm involved with the political campaign of Harris, and who's having a bad time because she can't talk, of Harris and Joe Biden. This was election interference. It all is. It's all fabricated. But fabricated in front of very friendly judges for them and in very friendly areas for them. If you get a jury, it's very hard to win in a jury where you have 3 or 4 or 5% Republican votes. Very, very tough, actually. Using the Department of Justice to rig the campaign. These cases are disgraceful. Now, they're brought, for the most part, in front of very hostile areas where Republicans get 3 or 4%, like downtown Manhattan, in front of very hostile judges, like hostile like you wouldn't believe. Judge Merchan, Judge Engoron, and Judge Kaplan, all of them hostile areas and very, very hostile judges. I've never seen anything like it. And very bad thing in this case, New York. Very bad thing for New York. Businesses won't come to New York because of what took place with Judge Engoron. I can tell you that.
Spicy with it.
It's gonna be Trump. And why Kamala?
Trump.
Hey.
Trump.
Why you want to put
He
Trump?
gonna make the economy lit again.
Okay, so you looking for that good.
He gonna make the economy lit again. Yeah. People sick and tired. They're waking up now. Yeah. The judge just woke up too. The judge say Trump might win this. Yeah. Look like Trump's winning. We got the And just in case he is over the edge a little bit. I don't want to give him more of an edge. We're gonna delay his sentencing to after the election.
The stimulus, something like it, something similar to it.
Nah, I get money. I don't need that government assistance.
What do you think about Kamala?
She a puppet on a string.
A puppet on the string.
It's tap dancing.
Tap dancing.
Trump.
Why y'all voting for Trump this year?
Trump is going to do the right thing.
Can I just ask you who you voting for, who you not voting for, why you not, or why you are voting?
Voting for my man Trump.
What about Kamala?
Oh, hell no. She not even a thought.
Donald Trump. That's my president for sure.
Not Kamala?
Kamala, she not doing shit.
But what about Kamala being the first woman of color? Not of black color, but of color. I feel like she capping. Talking everything.
Told y'all, the tide is turning, man. Everybody waking up. Everybody's waking up, man. I hope y'all are hearing this, man. And this is everywhere. 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 Even in the bluest of the blue. The bluest of the blue.
We're putting it all on the table.
Talking Trump then. I'm a Donald Trump fan. I love his leadership. He's here to fight for us, and he's gonna do whatever he can to make it right. Salute to Donald Trump.
Judge, hands behind your back. And not just you, Judge, your daughter too. Tell everybody hands behind their back. We know what happened. We know what took place. Election interference. There needs to be a full investigation of this judge, y'all. Sham. Wasted everybody's time, energy, taxpaying dollars through the roof. Shame. Shame on you, New York. And now look at New York. Look at everything that has taken place. It's a show, a circus. In the USA, oh no, we got a victory today, y'all. Yeah, buddy, they knew they would have sent that fella to jail next week. Oh boy, man, it would have been not an ultra landslide, but I think the whole map would have turned red. Yeah, he might would have went over 400 in the electoral college. 500. Is that, over 500? He might have hit 500. He went over 500. I'm telling y'all be laughing. I'm serious. He would have went over 500. You know what I'm saying? But cheers to them beautiful patriots around the world, my brothers and sisters. How y'all doing, man? How are y'all doing, man? I hope everybody is well. We got some breaking news we're finna get into. But I want to show y'all this thing RFK Jr. just posted. I want to show y'all what RFK Jr. just posted, and it's getting millions of views. But I want to just show y'all what it is, man. I love you guys, man, and I'm wishing the best in everybody's life. But he posted this a couple hours ago, and his caption is, "Here's why I'm asking all of my supporters to vote for President Trump." So RFK Jr. is full is on board. He's You know, again, and he's in a battle right now. You know, with the lawsuits, he's suing for the over name on ballots, all kind of stuff is going on right now, y'all. And it's a lot of corruption, man. And you see how they treated him. You know, they play unfair. You know, very nasty, disgusting. You know, it's a corrupt system that they're against, man. You know, and as you can see, the announcement yesterday, you know, with the federal audit, the federal government audit, man, they got some big plans, y'all. This Trump campaign, this Trump team has some big plans for this second term. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, and again, this is one reason why they don't want him here. Why they want these fellas gone. This you know, that's why I want to send my prayers to him, man. To Trump, this Trump team, this whole Trump campaign. I want to send my prayers to him. Protect him at all costs, man. You know, bad enough you seen what just took place on July 13, 2024. You know, and it's bigger than just DEI failures. You know, it's for a lot of people are saying inside jobs. You know, and you see everything that has come out, everything that is said, everything that was said at the chair. Hey, it looks like inside job. But I can't talk about it and get into it like I really want to and say what I really, really want to, or we'll get in trouble, man. But it's just, man, protect President Trump, man. Prayers for Trump and his family. Prayers for this whole Trump campaign. RFK Jr., his family. We know how nasty they did him. You know, and it's sad that you got to say that, you know, he's more protected without the Secret Service. It's sad that we live in those times, man, but it's the reality of it, you know. But I want to show y'all this video he posted. Let's jump in. Boy.
We're going to send a very strong message out that people who are my supporters, we want them to vote for President Trump. If we're going to accomplish the mission that I set out to accomplish when I got into this campaign, to end the censorship, to end the surveillance, to get out of the Ukraine war and unravel the war machine, and the chronic disease epidemic, the only way to do that is to get President Trump in the White House and me into Washington. So we're going to pull out all the stops to make sure that happens.
Wow. He is fully on board, man. Make America healthy again. You know, it's corrupt, y'all. People are dropping like flies. You know, millions are struggling and dying as we speak right now. Killing us, man. You know, a lot of people are just sitting around collecting a check. You know, but hey, it's wide open. Come on in. We'll give you free healthcare, free food, you know, housing, 0%. I mean, it's ridiculous. Meanwhile, you got people on the street dying, you know, homeless, veterans, man. Veterans. You know, people working 2 to 3 jobs, sick and tired, man. But a lot of people are waking up, y'all. A lot of people are waking up, and I'm glad that a lot of people now are talking about, you know, how sham of, you know, of everything that is taking place, man, from this Eugene Carroll. I mean, it's just crap, man. She don't even know what day it was, what month, what year. You know? I think they waited for this, they waited 8 years. Could have been about 8 years ago. You know, it's election interference, man. This judge needs to be removed and investigated for real. And tell the daughter, I'm not going to say this again. I know y'all be laughing and cracking up and giggling, but it ain't funny. Tell the daughter, his daughter. We know what who they campaigning for, who they shooting for. Millions of dollars. Tell the daughter hands behind her back. I don't want to hear it. Hands behind your back, ma'am. Hands behind your back. You know? Ridiculous, man. Cannot make this stuff up, man. Judge Merchant, I don't know what his name is, that fella there. But again, he knew what was best to do, because they knew this would have gave him an ultra 500 electoral college landslide. Yeah, people would have been riding all. I'm telling y'all, man, they would have had we'd have had new shirts, a new shot. Yeah, oh boy. You know, y'all already gave him enough, what they call the publicity. Y'all have made him more popular than ever. Y'all have made Trump more popular than ever. You know, and some people wouldn't even be voting for Trump if none of this stuff if this stuff never would have took place. You know, see what people are talking about, man. People are really on the Trump train after all this crap and corruption, election interference, all this disgusting stuff has taken place, man. People showing their true colors. You know, people are done being brainwashed from the bias reporting, the fake news, the mainstream media. You know, people are waking up, man. People are sick of being brainwashed. They're sick of the hate, the lies, you know. And they understand that they've been rooting and clapping on failures and liars. Puppets. Clapping and for puppets. And all they're running on right now is joy and identity politics. First black woman president, even if she's black or not. And I don't care. If she's black, yellow, green, a man, a woman, don't care about no pronouns. I don't care. Who can get the job done? You know, why are you hiding? Why are you ducking, dodging, and hiding? Running from the press. There are big things going on in this country. There are millions who are struggling and dying and have died under your watch, under you guys' leadership. Why are you ducking and dodging and hiding now? Why are you changing your position? Now you want to do this. Now you want to build the wall. Oh, now you want no tax on tips. I'm telling y'all, man, this should be an easy debate knockout for Trump on the 10th, y'all. Hope y'all ready this upcoming Tuesday. I hope y'all are ready. We're gonna be there. Hope y'all are ready, man.
This is some breaking news coming from the New York City courts. Judge Juan Marchand, who has been the presiding judge over former President Trump's so-called hush money case, has made a determination that he is not going to go ahead with the September 18th sentencing date for the former president, that it will be delayed until after the election. This had been a really fraught decision for this judge, because people had observed, Sandra, that if he had have gone ahead with the sentencing, then the former president could have accused him of meddling in an election. And if he decided to delay the sentencing until after the election, no doubt he would get hit by a lot of accusations that he was acting in Donald Trump's political interests as opposed to in the interests of justice. But the breaking news coming to us just a couple of minutes ago, Judge Juan Marchand, the presiding judge in the so-called hush money case with Stormy Daniels, has decided to delay the sentencing for the former president until after the November election. This is a big decision, Sandra.
Yeah, I think Trump's going to win. Yeah, that judge had a long talk with his daughter and his family. Yeah. Yeah. Tell your daughter hands behind her back. Y'all all turn around and put your hands behind your back. I'm getting mad all over again, y'all, thinking about all the videos we did back around a couple months ago on this, man. How we covered this day in and day out. And seeing everything that hit the fan. And how bad they man, this is ridiculous, y'all. Ridiculous, man. A sham. A complete sham. Y'all, the OGs know what I'm talking about. Y'all was there. A lot of y'all were there as we covered this whole case, this whole trial, man. Then you got actors showing up. Oh, Robert, fake gangster Robert. People showing up outside the courthouse. It's just ridiculous, man. You know, told you this man. Just imagine if what would be right, what would be taking place right now if they actually treated Trump fairly. If we didn't have the fake news, you know, if we didn't have all the lies and just the disgusting reporting to make this fellow seem as such a bad and an evil guy. If things were fair, just imagine if they treated Trump fair. Things would be totally different right now. It's crap, man. You know, it is crap. They've tried everything. You know, then we got to hear continue to hear this fake lies and more propaganda. I mean, Project 2025. You know, it's just crap. He's going to take this away. He's going to be a dictator on day one. Abortion, this and that, this and that. You know, and they got to go on almost an interview every single day. They walk on the CNNs, the MSNBCs, the places that they you know, that most won't show up in their shoes, but they still go ahead and do it. Set the record straight. When this fella could be somewhere nice enjoying the rest of his life, man. Got people shooting at rallies. He has to stand behind a bulletproof glass. Then the first thing the liberals and the fake news were reporting, they said he fell off stage. They said staged. Then they all came out and apologized. You know, because a father lost his life. Rest in peace to Corey. Sending my love and prayers and condolences once again to the Carpenter family. Somebody's missing their loved one, their father. And again, it never should have taken place. That's why I again want to send my prayers, man, because we don't know what to expect, man. And as y'all see, this year has been, you know, one time to be alive. The most history yet. Historic. Well, not the most history yet, but you get what I'm saying. It's been very historic. You know, you got Kennedy's, you know, stepping, suspending campaigns, dropping out, you know, endorsing Trump, Democrats endorsing. I mean, it's just, it's speaking for itself, man. It's corrupt. And I just don't see how people are clapping and cheering, you know, for this Harris Walls ticket. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. I don't even see how she gets past the 200 in the Electoral College. I don't see how she gets past 200.
Obviously, the implications of the timing is huge, considering the upcoming election, November 26th, many days and weeks after Election Day. So this just in, and we're going to get brand new reactions shortly. Obviously, we're talking about the judge overseeing former President Donald Trump's hush money trial. This has obviously taken center stage to many other cases we've been watching this week. But the sentencing now, John, delayed to November 26th, as we learn brand new details.
You know, the former president was speaking to this just a little while ago at his New York City Trump Tower headquarters, saying that this was a deal, that there was nothing that was wrong with it legally. Now, don't forget that the Manhattan district attorney decided to bootstrap that case, which would have been a misdemeanor, to the commission of, or possible commission of, a federal crime, election interference, or at least affecting the outcome of an election, and turned that into a felony. And in doing that, he got around the statute of limitations. And the jury came back with the verdict that the former president was guilty on all counts. But we're not going to learn about the penalty that will be imposed in this case, if a penalty is imposed at all, until sometime after the election. And if the former president wins the election, Sandra, that could potentially change the outcome of literally everything.
All right, if you're just tuning in now, we just got word that the judge in this hush money case has delayed former President Donald Trump's hush money sentencing until after the election. You can see the date on your screen there is November 26th. John, just looking at the court document here and making my way through it to see if there's any further details that would be pertinent. But obviously the news is that this will be happening after the election. John, there will obviously be political debate and conversation around this in the coming days and weeks.
Yeah, there's no question. Again, as I said, the decision by the judge was fraught, and he probably is going to face criticism no matter what decision he made. Again, if he had decided to go ahead with the sentencing and even sentenced former President Trump to jail time, which a lot of people thought would be the outcome of this, then there would be a great hue and cry from the Trump campaign and his supporters that this was the judicial system interfering in politics, but that if he waited, he would probably get a lot of criticism from Democrats saying, well, wait a second, this was supposed to be examining the rule of law and carrying out the rule of law, not taking into consideration the political candidate.
Joining us now by phone is Jonathan Turley. Jonathan, jump on in here on the breaking news as the former president, we know, as we learned weeks ago, moved to delay the sentencing for this hush money scheme until after Election Day, and it looks like the judge has decided to do so. Your reaction?
Yes, and forgive the bells in the background. I'm on campus. It's not signaling this opinion. The decision is not surprising in two respects. One is, it was always controversial to have the sentencing before the election, and the judge clearly did not feel comfortable that he was ready to do so. But the second reason is the reason for that discomfort. The Supreme Court decision presented some very serious questions about this trial, and the judge knew he would be subject to an appellate review. It's clear that parts of the trial did run afoul of the Supreme Court decision. He allowed testimony of people like Hope Hicks.
I got Michael Cohen up there. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. They just wasted everybody's time. You know, just throw the text out of the octa. I mean, it's just, I'm still just upset, y'all. I really am. You know, if you look at everything that has taken place this year, you know, and not even just this year, you know, last couple of years.
To be entered, and that clearly fell within the privileged aspect of the immunity decision. So he has to essentially get this cat to walk backwards. He has got to try to find a way that evidence could be excluded, but the ultimate outcome be accepted. That's not as easy as people suggest, and he's got to create a record for that can withstand appellate review. So I think that the judge here is following the most cautious possible approach to say, let's hold off. It'll give me more time to look at the implications of this, and let's proceed after the election.
So in terms of proceeding after the election, it looks like the new sentencing date is set for November the 26th. But let's not forget, Professor, that just before then, on November the 12th, which is 7 days after the election, the judge is going to make a decision on a motion to vacate the conviction because of the Supreme Court's decision on presidential immunity. So do you think that date, that November 12th date, also played into Merchan's decision here?
I think it does. I think that all of this is...
They say, Trump got to win now. He going to jail. Trump got to win now or he is going to jail. He's going to jail. I think, didn't he say that in one interview? He said, if I don't win, I'm going to jail, y'all. I think he said that in one of the interviews we were watching. I might be wrong, though, y'all. Y'all know. I think we might have been sipping a little bit of moonshine that day. You know, when I get on that moonshine, I don't know what I'd be talking about. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he we got to win this, man. You know. But I want to see how this all plays out, and after a huge too big to rig win in November, to see how this thing plays out, man. You know. I really do, hope and pray this plays out, nice and fair, man. But it's an absolute disgrace, man, what has taken place, y'all. I'll just be honest with you.
Being weighed together. I think that he believes that he can deal with the full range of issues here in terms of the sentencing issues, but also the continued viability of the conviction itself in November. I think all of those things, they're insular questions, but they're related to some extent. And the fact is that the judge said earlier, sentencing if necessary, reflected the fact that he understands that there might not be any sentencing because there might not be any conviction. If he decides that the evidence in the trial corrupted the outcome. Now, many people are betting he will not reach that conclusion, but then he has to say why it did not corrupt the outcome, why it didn't taint the verdict. Hope Hicks and some of the evidence coming out of the White House at the trial must have had an impact on that jury. And she gave this very tearful testimony that received a lot of attention. And the prosecutors made reference to it in their closing argument. So you can't really separate these issues. I think that Merchan is giving himself a little bit of cushion of time. So he will make sure that when he issues all of these rulings, he's ready for an appellate review.
To that point, just reading through the letter from the judge, signed by the judge, in reference to the defendant requesting an adjournment of his sentencing that was currently scheduled for September 18th, as we all know, until after the presidential election. The judge says he argues the adjournment is necessary to provide adequate time to assess and pursue appellate options in the event this court denies his pending criminal procedure law, and to avoid the potential politically prejudicial impact that a public sentencing could have on him and his prospects in the upcoming election. He goes on further and, by the way, signs this letter where he ultimately makes this decision, saying this is not a decision the court makes lightly, but is the decision which is in the court's view, best advances the interests of justice. Jonathan.
Yeah, it's a sort of an ironic passage because many of us questioned the rush to have these trials and proceedings before the election. And Merchan was largely sympathetic with arguments coming from the Trump team that he was gagging the leading candidate for the presidency and pulling him into a courtroom for a long trial when he was supposed to be out on the campaign trail. So it's a different tenor coming out in this letter than the one that that was previously heard in court. I think that he's making the right decision. This is going to be a historic decision either way, but more importantly, he knows that every part of his decisions on these issues will be reviewed jot for jot by the appellate court and possibly the Supreme Court. And so he's going to take more time, try to get it right, and try not to have this clock running artificially set by the presidential campaign.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
Boy.